Alright, we're jumping right into it. So I'm playing Queen Nai today on Brawlhalla ranked 1v1. No warm up, just going straight into it. I've been pretty decent with Queen Nai, so I'm not too worried about it. This video is going to be less than 15 minutes, so that's why I'm kind of starting this out pretty fiery. But yeah, just enjoy the gameplay. I'm gonna be talking about nothing, so just ignore me if you'd like. But with Queen Nai, let's see. She is known as the Jaguar Queen. Hundreds of years of war and plague had reduced the once mighty empire of the Jaguar Kingdom to a shadow of its former glory. Neither the brilliant battlefield victories nor the cunning sorcery of the great Queen Nai could stem the tide of the decline of her people or of her gods. A once great pantheon now faded to near extinction. Seeing that her civilization doomed, seeing that her civilization's doom was sealed, Nai made a plan. She cast a spell, drawing herself into the essence of the 11 surviving gods of the Jaguar Kingdom. And when, during the battle of, I can't pronounce that, Ixanocala, Ixanocala, that's what I'll call it for now. It's Ixanocala. Don't know how to pronounce that. A Valkyrie offered Nai a place in Valhalla. She accepted, carrying another word I can't pronounce. Xanelecutli. Excelenti. I don't know what that is. The Calyx, Eba the Snake or Eba the Snake, and 9 other ailing gods with her to the Great Hall. In Valhalla, Nai is a consummate warrior and has grown to love the place. Yet she never loses sight of her purpose. Her victories nourish the gods of her people, and little by little they recover. Nai believes Tales of Ragnarok represents Asgardians' dim understanding that creation is cyclical. Yeah, I don't know why I can't read right now. Maybe I can never read, you know? Maybe I read at like a third grade level, a third grade level is what I meant to say. Maybe a third grade level, you know. Anyways, and the Asgard must be destroyed for the world to be renewed and for her gods to rule again. Yeah, it's a hell of a backstory, you know. I said it once and I'll say it again. These backstories are really good. Like whoever came up with these, yeah, they're really good. But yeah. Anyways, welcome to the gameplay after 3 minutes, you know. But wanted to get on here really quick and just rant and talk about stuff like I always do. Nothing new, you know. But yeah. So recently I've been falling off in terms of like my content creation because I've been falling behind schedule. So today, right now, is Wednesday, June the 11th, and I should have recorded this at least a week ago. This voiceover, at least. I recorded the gameplay a few days ago, but the voiceover itself, I should have recorded this, you know, as soon as I played the game. But I didn't have a good microphone. That's why I was using my iPad microphone for a little while. But finally got a microphone. Wasn't too expensive, but it's a good investment, honestly, for what I'm doing. Audio quality is a must when it comes to this type of stuff. And yeah, so I'm gonna be posting this tomorrow. It's just gonna be a quick turnaround time when it comes to the voiceover, you know. All I gotta do is a little bit of editing for the voice, for the audio. Try to make it a little better, a little more. I don't know, the Beats Fit headphones that I've been using for my audio, like for editing my audio. Of course, Beats Fit, like they tend to not be well balanced. It's kind of understatement. But yeah, I talked about it before. I'll talk about it every time I say it. But hopefully, I'll be able to get my home place to be able to get my Audio Technicas again, because those Audio Technicas have a very flat curve when it comes to the audio quality and the equalizer. So yeah, great headphones, Audio Technica. If you ever look into them, definitely get Audio Technica for any sort of professional work you're trying to do. They are a lifesaver. Yeah, but I was wondering if I wanted to go into any of these subjects that I wrote down. Let me see if there's anything that's short enough. I think to talk about this before, but I suck at drawing, but I still do it. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, but of course, I've only been drawing as much as I have now for about a year, a little over a year, maybe almost 2 years. I gotta figure out how long I've been drawing. I'm gonna say 2 years just for the hell of it. Actually, as a matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to go on my Instagram real quick on my phone. I'm actually gonna scroll down. Got a lot of drawings now, which is, it makes me happy to see all my drawings, honestly, because like the progression that I've made is honestly impressive. I'm just proud of myself, you know. Even if nobody else is proud of me, I'm proud of myself because I've been sticking with this drawing thing. So January 27, 2024 is when I posted my first like drawing, which it was just a tutorial on the Procreate website or on the Procreate YouTube channel. All I did was copy it, but you know, it was still my first drawing, and yeah, so yeah, a little over a year and a half now. What is it? June? Yeah, it's June now. So you know, so let me see, January, February, March, April, May, June, so 6 months, yeah, year and a half. So almost a year and a half. On the 27th of June, it'll be a year and a half. So yeah, I'm just proud of myself, honestly. Like, it's a great accomplishment to be able to say that I've been drawing for a year and a half. Now, it hasn't been consistent in terms of like drawing every single day, but it's been majority of that time, like a large majority. I would say 85, 90%, maybe even 95%, honestly. And yeah, but I still suck at it, and I'm not trying to bash myself. I'm not being hard on myself. I just suck at it, you know. I'm not quite where I want to be, and maybe I'll never be where I want to be, which is a great way to be, honestly. Like there's always ways to improve. Like there's a lot of great artists out there, like musicians that I follow. Like one of my favorite musicians, like Kendrick Lamar. Like he's never content with what he's making, and it's not to say what he's making is not good for the moment that he's making it. It's just that he's never content, which is what I think all artists should be and are. They're never content with their artwork, you know, no matter what it be, like music or instruments or you know whatever you decide to create. Program if you're a programmer. But yeah, it's a great feeling though. Still, I'll always say that about myself because I was very hard on myself in the beginning. I was, man, I can never get this. I suck at this. Blah blah blah. But now I'm like, oh, you know, I'm seeing the progress. I'm seeing how easy it is for me to draw a circle now. I see how easy it is to draw a square now, you know, so triangles. But yeah, one of the things I need to work on is just having more of a 3D effect, like more of like a popping off the screen type of effect, you know. That's something I need to work on. So I'm definitely gonna work on that. But right now, honestly, it's not bad. Like for only being about a year and a half in, it's I'm impressed with myself, honestly. I'm surpassed where I thought I would be in terms of drawing. Just looking at my Instagram now. But yeah, you know, good times. And then, is there anything else I want to talk about? Oh, one of the other things that I watched a video on, a TED Talk, was somebody with multiple passions. So this woman, she was a doctor actually, and she also liked to write those. She liked to do, you know, a whole bunch of other stuff. She liked music and a whole bunch of other stuff. So for me, always, well, not always, not recently, but before, before these last few years when I started doing more creative stuff, I always thought that I had to put myself like in a box and I had to pick like a one niche. You hear about it a lot when you hear about content creation is that, oh, you gotta niche down. You gotta have something that nobody else has. And it's like, why do I have to have something that nobody else has? A lot of people can draw, like you don't have to have something that nobody else has. You could just draw if you want. But a lot of people think that you have to have this like this factor of like, just especially in the beginning, like a lot of people are hard on themselves, like myself, where it's like, man, I'm never gonna figure this out. I'm never gonna find my art style, which I still haven't found my own personal art style, I don't think. But I'm slowly but surely getting to a point where I'm starting to feel out what I like and what I like to, do. But it doesn't mean that I'm only gonna do that because there's plenty of mediums for artistry. There's like clay, there's like traditional art. Right now, I'm doing more, digital art. But there's so many mediums when it comes to artistry. Like there's people that make broken glass art, and they make fire art, fire and wood. They do some wood chippings or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, it's just a matter of your imagination is your limiting factor, and what you think you can do is your limiting factor. It's never it's never just like, oh, I'm only going to do this or that. So so yeah, just something to think about. Like even in the future, I plan on doing more music because I started music a little bit and I put some beats on like SoundCloud, but I didn't continue it just because I don't have a like a computer to actually build all these beats, which I could probably do on my iPad. But honestly, I just don't want to do it all as of right now. I want to kind of focus on my drawing at the moment. That's what I'm doing. So, but yeah, but I do plan on like making more music and all that, and doing all that fun stuff in the future, and then doing other stuff like photography and whatever other creative stuff I want to do. Writing maybe, because I used to have a blog and didn't have much traction on it because I quit on it prematurely. But I want to write too, and maybe produce stuff. Yeah, it's just so many things that people could do. Talked about this before, but one of my biggest inspirations is like Jamie Foxx. Like, Jamie Foxx does a lot of shit. Like he does stand up, he does singing, he does acting, and he's multi talented. Like he can do all of it. And there's nobody that says that he's worse at any one thing than the other. Or maybe there is, maybe I'm making that up and somebody does say it. But he's great at all of it. Like you can't tell me that he's not great at all of it if you look at it. But that's what I plan on being, just something that the 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 term Renaissance man, master of everything and jack of all trades, master of none, which is better than a master. What was it? Jack of all trades, master of none, which is better than a master of one. That's what it is. That's what the saying is. That's the full saying. Which a lot of people forget that last part, which is better than a master of one. So yeah, just something to think about. Unlike Bruce, actually take that back. Bruce Lee actually he said, "Don't fear a man who practices 1,000 punches 1,000 times." No, oh, I'm fucking up the quote. I can't even think of it. I'm just gonna let this video end on that note. I'm just gonna abruptly just end it at that point where I'm never gonna come out with the quote and just let it be. That'll be messed up. No, I think the quote goes, let's see, Bruce Lee punching quote, I think is what it is. I'm Googling it on my phone. Punch quotes, let's see. Okay, so yeah, gameplay is about to end, but I'll tell you what it is before it ends. All right, so this is the last thing I'm going to say, and then I'm out. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Mic drop time, Bruce Lee, and I'm out.